It was a big dream of mine to come here. 他们其实对亚洲文化很有兴趣，所以也可以跟他们交流，说一下关于你们自己的文化。It's something that I have never experienced in my life. It left a big mark in Argentinians' hearts, and I know Taiwanese people felt the same for many years. I think the Taiwanese should have a little bit more confidence. You are wonderful people, and that you have to believe that yourselves a little bit more. I think Taiwanese healthcare system is much more efficient, much more well organized. 很感动 like it really made me emotional many times.
嗨，大家好，欢迎来 Welcome to Taiwan。我叫拉面哥。今天我们跑去到英国跟阿根廷朋友聊天。影片开始以前，请不要忘记订阅、按赞、开启小铃铛，谢谢大家。
大家好，我叫古美娟，这是我的中文名字。我西班牙文名字是 Belen。我来自阿根廷，在台湾读台北大学的一个新的学士，叫Teaching Chinese as a Second Language。我很开心可以来到台湾继续学中文。
Is that why you came to Taiwan just to study Chinese?
Yeah, that is one of the main reasons. I wanted to perfect my Chinese, and so I initially came here in 2022. I stayed in Tainan for 6 months. I studied at Chenggong Daxue. I also came with a scholarship. I studied there for 3 months and stayed over 3 more months. And I made many friends. I'm also part of an organization called Jehovah's Witnesses. So I came, on the one side, I came to study Chinese. On the other side, I also came here to volunteer on that organization. I'm also on another scholarship from the Taiwanese government that they really generously gave me again. And this time it's a scholarship to study for a bachelor's degree, so they're going to support my studies for 4 years.
During this time of staying in Taiwan, what did you learn in Taiwan?
So during my first stay in Taiwan, I learned how Taiwanese people are so kind. The generosity, the way they show affection with actions, it's so 很感动 like it really made me emotional many times. It's something that I have never experienced in my life. Very difficult times, they were there. Even though they barely knew me, like they were there for me. Like I have to tell this because it was a very important part of my first trip to Taiwan. I had an accident and I broke my leg. So I had to get surgery, and I had many friends from the congregation I went to at that time that barely knew me. They helped me do the paperwork because even though I've been learning Chinese for a very long time, there were so many things I didn't know. Yeah, and they took care of me the following months too, like cared for my basic needs, housing, food, everything. Like they supported me in many, many ways. And I think I probably wouldn't experience that somewhere else. So yeah, it was a pretty amazing experience, and it was really impactful for me. Yeah.
What part of Taiwanese culture do you find most fascinating?
Taiwan is a mixture of like Chinese culture and Japanese culture and a little bit of other countries. And it's the great mix-up because you have like the generosity and the kindness, politeness, and the organizational skills, would you say? And it's just a great place. Everybody's really friendly.
If you are to introduce any Argentinian culture to Taiwanese, what part of Argentinian culture would you like to introduce?
I've tried to introduce mate to my Taiwanese friends.
What is mate?
Many times. It's a drink we have in Argentina. It's like tea, but it's not really tea. It's a kind of herbs that are dried and that we put in a cup, and with a straw we just like pour hot water and we drink it, and we share it with friends.
What is one thing that is done in Taiwan differently than it is done in Argentina?
Many things. That's the point. Many things are done differently here. I like how efficient everything is. Even though some people would say like there are some bureaucratic problems with when you want to apply for a bank account here or things like that, I think it's more related with how organized and how tidy everything is, and I think Argentinians could learn from that. That makes everything so efficient here. So yeah, and I also really admire the importance they give to education here. I think we don't pay enough attention to how crucial is a good education for our lives in Argentina. We take it for granted. Not everybody can get to university in Argentina, even though it's free. And not everybody has the desire to do that. So I really just think that Taiwanese have a really big sense of respect for teachers, and also a big desire, or they want to strive for being better intellectually and financially and emotionally. Yeah. So I also wanted to share how many things I feel like we have in common, Argentinians have in common with the Taiwanese in terms of history and things we have experienced, because Argentinians have this huge hole in their hearts about what happened during the dictatorship during the 70s and 80s. There was a time where people didn't have freedom of speech, people disappeared, were killed, and it left a big mark in Argentinians' hearts. And I know Taiwanese people felt the same for many years, experienced the same kind of things. Yeah, the white terror. And I feel we can relate to their feelings, and that's a very important point of connection. So sometimes when we talk about like Asian culture and countries that look so far away from us, we think we have nothing in common with them, but there's so much we share. Like even the hard parts, like we all want to have freedom, we all strive for a better life. So I think we should embrace the differences. Taiwanese people, not like the country is wonderful. The cities are perfect for me. I think the Taiwanese should have a little bit more confidence in themselves. That's my advice for all my Taiwanese friends. Like, believe more in yourself, believe more in your capacity, on your intelligence, on your kindness, on your benevolence to others. I think you are wonderful people, and that you have to believe that yourselves a little bit more.
You had an accident here and got treated here.
Oh yeah.
How is the medical expenses in Taiwan compared to Argentina?
You see, in Argentina you can get healthcare for free, and it's very good. But the healthcare system is breaking apart, and if you have insurance, you also have some of the things are covered by the insurance, but still, like, you don't usually get the best doctors or the best clinics. I think Taiwanese healthcare system is much more efficient, much more well organized, and even though you do have to pay for services, if you have national health insurance, it's not expensive at all. it is expensive to Argentinians, to pay maybe for an $8,000 operation. But if you see it from the point of view of a North American person, it's like that's the amount you would pay for the ambulance only. So, yeah, I think Taiwanese have a very efficient, great healthcare system. Hospitals are wonderful. Even if you have to go to a clinic in your neighborhood, like they have everything they need there. Doctors are really kind. A lot of doctors speak English, which amazed me because I was really scared of not being able to explain what happened to me in Chinese. But most of them were able to communicate with me in English with no problems whatsoever. So, yeah, it was a wonderful experience, and I think you should also be proud of your healthcare system.
Let's say people in Argentina, what do they know about Taiwan?
What they know about Taiwan is that many things were made in Taiwan, like back in the 80s and 90s. So if you buy like a product or something, it will say made in Taiwan. And now everything says made in China, but back in the day it was like made in Taiwan. So that's basically what they know. They don't have a lot of knowledge about Taiwan. Most of the people think you're going to Thailand, not to Taiwan. And when you talk to them about the island, the people, and it's like, oh, I see.
What were your parents and friends' reaction knowing that you're going to Taiwan?
They were happy for me, of course, because the thing is that I've been drilling their heads with Taiwan for many years. So they knew it was a big dream of mine to come here. So it's like it was nothing out of this world for them to know that I'm coming here. They were a little bit worried about the political situation and earthquakes and everything you can see on the news, but as usual, like everything you see on the news is like magnified 100% usually. So yeah.
Do you have anything else to tell Taiwanese people?
I would love for them to be open to going to Latin America, visit Latin America. They would love Argentina. They would love Argentinian culture too. So I think it would be great if they could visit there. I know it's a very long journey. 我想要请台湾人，有机会的话可以去阿根廷旅游。阿根廷有很多很美丽的地方，然后我觉得你们很会喜欢阿根廷人的就是的文化，然后会有机会交很多阿根廷朋友，他们其实对亚洲文化很有兴趣，所以也可以跟他们交流，说一下关于你们自己的文化。
Okay, thank you very much for sharing your wisdom and hope you continue to progress here in Taiwan.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. 感谢你收看，如果你有喜欢这个影片，请不要忘记订阅、按赞、开启小铃铛。谢谢大家。See you in my next video.